Hello everybody, welcome to official YouTube channel of SM Education Services. In this video we are going to talk in detail about DNB round 2 counseling, how it's going to be. We will talk about prediction, how you should go ahead with the choice filling strategy, and there has been some change in the rules. Those rules should be updated to you, and in the end we will talk about cutoff revision. There are many students who have been waiting for cutoff revision. It's not done it, but we will have some prediction about it. Okay, and we will also talk about paid services for DNV counseling. We have so many seats remaining in the DNV counseling, and you have very good hope from DNV counseling to get good seat, because seats got added up in round 2 new seats, and we have a sponsor seat also. So if you have any kind of a difficulty in choice filling, because there are so many new institute came up, so you need to consider many points like number of beds and academics for particular branch, how good is the college, stipend, and everything, so that you get the best possible in your rank. So if you want to avail the paid service, you can call to the number given on the screen. Okay, I will show you what details we provide in the paid service later point of time. So let's get started with the DNB round 2 counseling, how is going on. So today the second last day for DNB counseling, 18th is going to close on 19th, the choice filling part. So when you log in and you have done the choice filling in round 1, you can see all the choice filling available there as it is from the round 1. And what you need to do, you need to do changes. You can edit, add and delete, right? You can rearrange as well. So 452 seats newly added in this round 2, and you need to have information about each and every, for which branch how many seats got added and what are those colleges, mostly government colleges, district hospitals and railway hospitals got added, and there are few private hospitals as well. So in what order you need to add the choice filling, you need to have that particular sequence created. If you are not sure, then you can talk to a good counselor or can avail the paid services provided by us or some other, you can whichever whom you like. Okay, and because you know that choice filling is going to play a big role, and let's talk about how it's going to happen in round 2. As we have seen the result for All India round 2 and deemed round 2. So All India, there was so good positive shift, as well as in deemed we were able to see positive shift by so much of positive shift, like in some branches more than 20,000, 25,000, right? So this time we have got so positive shift, and you know the reporting that earlier it was 22nd for All India round 2, and as per the DNV rule, it says that those candidates who have joined round 2 seats, All India round 2 seats, they are not eligible for DNB. Now they extended the All India round 2 reporting by 30th. So by 30th you can report to the college online and physical, right? So you have in between DNB counseling. So as per rules, if you go, you are eligible for DNB counseling as well, those who the candidate who got seat in round 2. So if you don't report to the college right away and wait until the DNB result comes out like on 22nd as per the schedule, so you are definitely eligible for DNB. And if you see the statistic, there are 1011 candidates who got DNB seats in round 1. Okay, and out of those, like 280 something, they frozen the seat in round 1 DNB, and out of those 111 students, everyone got seat in All India round 2, deemed or All India. So those candidates, remaining candidates, like 890 candidates who got seat in All India round 2, and they are good rankers. So they actually they are eligible for DNB also, you know. And if those candidates try for DNB and book a seat there, then it will be huge seat holding. Try to understand, the candidate who got seat in All India round 2 already, since the reporting date is by 30th, they are also eligible to take part in DNB round 2 counseling. And if they get a seat and they hold the seat, then it will be very bad for the for back rankers, because those who have got rank over 30-40,000, so they have been waiting for DNB round 2, expecting that there will be so much of positive shift. But if this seat holding happens, then it won't be so good a positive shift. Rather, we can see it's more or less same cutoff like round 1. But still I'm hoping to have positive shift, because all the students who got seat in round 2, and if they are satisfied, they won't even try DNB. And DNB has made a rule just for this point only. If the candidate had got seat in round 1 and rejected, even the candidate couldn't get seat in round 1, and unless they do choice filling, and they need to lock seat. Actually, they need to lock the choice filling in round 2 DNB, and that is mandatory. In case you don't lock the choice filling in round 2 and want to go ahead, then your allotment won't be considered. You will be considered that you didn't participate at all in round 2. So it's very much important. You need to realize this point, that you have to do the choice locking manually in round 2. Then only you are eligible to be considered in allotment process, and you will get the seat allotted. In case you miss to do the choice locking, then you won't be considered that you participated at all in round 2. So this is a rule change, okay, and very important part that was not there in round 1. And they have implemented this rule considering point those students who already got seat in round 2, and if they are not interested doing DNB round 2, since they are eligible, but if they are not interested, then they won't even do a single action in round 2. So in case of not doing any action in round 2 choice filling, the board will consider them not interested, and those candidates wouldn't be allotted any seat. In case they are allotted seat, it will be seat holding, right? So you have to do the choice locking. That's DNB rule change. So the candidate who go, so this date 30 June is the reporting date, and the result for DNB coming on 22nd. So students who got seat in round 2, they can wait for DNB result, and they can participate. So it's good for them. So they can compare between DNB result and All India, whichever allotment they got. Many candidates are want to go for due to this COVID-19 only, they want to go for their nearby states or their home state instead of going for a peripheral area for studies in MSMG. So in case if they happen to get a seat in main city in DNB, and through All India they got a seat in peripheral area, they might prefer the main city DNB seat. So that's the reason they can try for both, but it will harm the candidates who are having higher rank, because it will be some kind of seat holding, and those candidates who got seat after DNB result, both in All India and DNB round 2, they have to choose one option. I believe most of them will go for MSMD courses, considering passing ratio and other degree value. Okay, so there will be more number of seats will be available in round 3. So in round 3 you can expect so much of good positive shift, but by the time round 3 of DNB happens, round 2 state counseling would be going on for some states. So the same thing will collide again, and the candidate would have option to compare between round 3 DNB result and state round 2 results. So it's going like that. I would say it's mistake from DNB side that they and entire counseling board MCC, that they have kept reporting that such that they are giving chance for both, or they could have done something. The candidate got seat in MSMD round 2, even though they didn't report to the college, so they should not be eligible for DNB round 2. But it's not happening, and it's really going to impact round 2 result. So time will tell us. And now I will show you what we let's talk about NEET PG cutoff revision. So by 30th they need to report to the college for All India round 2, and by that time they will be knowing how many seats got rejected by the candidates who have been allotted in round 1 and round 2, and those seats will be moved to state counseling for government college, and rejected seats in deemed universities will be moved for mop-up counseling for deemed universities. Okay, and based on the number of seats they are going to consider the cutoff revision. So most probably after 30th of this month, when which is the last date of reporting, they can go for cutoff revision. I will show you one email. So there is an email came from Indian Medical Association, and is written to General Secretary, Board of Governors in Super of MCI. Okay, it's regarding allowing all NEET PG aspirant to take part in mop-up round of counseling and stay vacancy round. So they have basically requested to MCI to allow all the NEET PG aspirant, even though they got 1 mark, allow everyone for mop-up and stay vacancy round. Let's just read it out and try to understand what their point is. This is requested to kindly permit all candidates who have appeared in NEET PG examination to participate in the remaining counseling process, like mop-up counseling and stay vacancy, without any cut-off constraints. These candidates otherwise pass their graduation and thus fulfill the basic eligibility criteria. The country at the moment passing through a grave medical emergency and cannot afford any vacancies in any medical field. Every year, as per the data available, many post-graduation seats go vacant for the very reason that enough candidates above the cutoff do not opt for them. Seats remain vacant even in prestigious government colleges in paramedical, paraclinical and basic subjects. Challenging times deserve innovation measures. It is thus requested that the condition of any cutoff be waived off and the admission to be offered to all otherwise eligible candidates using NEET PG. Okay, so since their point is right, okay, so the letter came from Indian Medical Association and is written to MCI, requesting them to allow everyone, because as per the current COVID-19 situation, we need so many doctors, and we can't afford to have go seats vacant after the counseling process, because the candidate who clear the cutoff, some of the candidates do not want to go for non-clinical seats, but if they allow everyone, then definitely those seats will also be occupied. And they are saying that in government colleges also and in good colleges, the clinical and even non-clinical subjects remained vacant. So we don't want to take chance, just let's allow everyone. So it's good for them who have been waiting for cut-off revision, who missed by a small margin of 5 marks, 10 marks, 30 marks. So this time expecting that the counseling board after by end of this month or beginning of next month, July, I expected to happen by 31st of July, but since they extended the reporting date from 22nd to 30, so it's also going to extend, and then now I'm expecting that by first week of July they should revise the cutoff, and the candidates who couldn't qualify, and the cutoff revision would be happening 30 to 40 marks. So those candidates who couldn't qualify by that margin can apply for mop-up round state counseling also, because for Bihar and Andhra Pradesh state counseling is still on hold, and even the first round is not completed. So you can get chance to participate for those state rounds also, and by that time so many seats would be available. So it's good for all of you. Now we'll see about our paid services. I just want to give a glimpse of what information we provide in that. Yeah, so actually we provide a link. When you open link, this PDF will open, and it has few basic details on the top, and then based on the bed capacity it has been categorized: 1000 plus bed capacity hospital, 500 plus, 400 plus, 300 plus, 200 plus, and 100 plus, and below 100 how many hospitals are there, so that you can get idea whichever you are going to fill, uh, how good is that in terms of bed capacity. Bond details, these are the formats, and then last year cutoff is given here, and the cutoff is given based on category also: OBC category, SC and ST category. Now this is for the latest one, the choice filling for each and every branch is given over here. So you can go ahead and open the PDF. It will have the choice filling in particular order for all the hospitals, and based on your state you can choose to rearrange the choice filling based on which state you like, but you should put Delhi and all on top. Now you have the updated bed capacity for the hospitals in Delhi, Haryana and all the states. And now stipend amount, what is the stipend amount and passing ratio, those details are also available here. And this is for the new added seats in round 2, in what order you should do the choice filling. So everything is included here. And apart from that, if you like to know any other, you have any other question, you can ask us. We will be happy to help you. So if you want to avail the paid service, you can call us to the number given in the description. And for this video, that is what I wanted to share with you. We'll have another video coming up with a new notification and updates about the upcoming counseling process. Until then, thanks for watching and goodbye.